Welcome back to Survivor Samoa, everybody. Now, for us, it's been a few weeks
Let's
now
go.
since we've watched Survivor Samoa. So
Had some technical difficulties holding us
that's right.
back. My internet, but thankfully, I have it hardwired into the modem now, so it should be much better, much smoother ride here on out.
Hopefully,
The first
hopefully.
time, the first time I've ever actually had my computer hardwired into anything,
Mm-hmm.
which uh and it's probably the furthest away from the modem it's ever been. So that's kind of a fun thing that I was just like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of not being able to do anything. So
Yeah.
I did it, and it should hopefully make things a little smoother, at least on my end. So
Yeah, I know there was at least a period where I skipped uploading an episode because we were behind. So
mm,
I'm not sure exactly how it feels for you guys watching. But yeah, for us, has it been 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
I think 3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks since we watched the last episode. So, what happened last time?
John get voted out.
That's right.
Yeah.
They got him to flip, and then they just took
Yep.
him out right after.
And took him out immediately. Yeah. Because I think Russell, because he knew he had the idol, Russell needed to get rid of him, kind of make sure
He's
he
even
got
laughing
out.
about it.
Russell's
Like,
like,
he didn't do anything wrong, but he's gotta go.
yeah. They were trying, so they had to like try to play with everyone else to try to see if everyone would swing for John. And then, but Mick and Jason both were like, "Hey, we can't, Shambo is going to be really pissed off if we,
Yes. So we left off
keep
blindsiding Shambo by this, and we have to see
right,
what the aftermath looks like there.
right, instead of getting rid of Dave, right?
Yes, because Shambo had
She
the
wants to get,
dream. She
yeah, Shambo had the dream,
she
right?
dreamed that they voted out Dave, and at
Just
first,
so happened to have a dream,
first they were Fofo were down for it. Russell was down for it. He's like, whatever, all right, if that's what it takes, then I'll do that. But then he was like, yeah, now John kind of knows I have the idol, so you might have
yeah.
to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see her fall out. How does she cope with her prophetic dream not being prophetic? I was joking before that it's like the thing is with those sorts of things is you can justify it however you want. You can be like, if Dave does get voted out, then it's like, well, see, I just saw it a little earlier than I should have.
Yeah,
It
yep,
still happened. But
right. The
stuff like
clairvoyant dream or
that.
whatever.
you know. But
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Of course,
Jason
I
had
love how
that.
it's like
Yeah.
she just so happens to have this prophetic dream of getting rid of Dave right after she's
Yeah,
had this
that's true.
trouble with Dave.
Couldn't be
I'm
manifesting
sure
it
surely they're
anyway.
not related.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at all.
That would have been. I would have really felt it if she was like, "Guys, I just had a dream that I was voted out, so you guys have to vote me out." It's like, okay, all right,
Right?
cool.
Or it could have been like, guys, we have to get rid of I don't know, just some like random person who'd we say like we gotta get rid of Natalie.
hmm
I don't
Russell would have obviously done that, right?
know. Yeah, 100. Yeah, totally.
But
So,
Jason, last time was the episode where he had the advantage as well that he got from the
mm,
auction, the advantage in the immunity challenge that he ended up winning. It's
yep.
funny because it ended up being him versus Dave and he had that advantage. So it set up the whole dream about Dave coming to not fruition, but Shambo thought it
Mm.
would. So, all right, let's see the fallout, shall we? Let's see where we're
All
going.
right, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
So, as always, you can click the link in the description to see the highlights of our reaction and then come back afterwards for the discussion. All right.
See you then.
I mean, she gave us something at
So
least on our way out. Dave didn't give a shit.
it was a little bit of
Dave
spice,
didn't
little
give
bit of
a
spice.
shit.
No, Dave gave us
Dave was like, my
basically.
strategy is I'm gonna just listen to Russell, and we'll see how that works out for me.
So it's like, all right, that could work. It might help. Might end up being okay.
There you go. It's
Um.
Dave and Monica voted out.
That was a really bad episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shoot!
That was really
Whoops.
that was not great. I honestly, this format, it's like I guess if they don't have the content, sure, but like
Yeah,
if
but
they,
still, it's like so rushed, especially in the
it's just
first half.
everything just, yeah, it felt very, very rushed. It was like, yeah, we're like 15 minutes in, we're already going to tribal council. It's like, what is happening right
It
now?
literally felt like they saw the results and was like, "Oh, these are two pretty obvious outcomes. Let's just bunch them together."
Yeah,
Like this is
Dave and
exactly who you
Monica, it's like
expected.
whatever.
But at least
Yeah, they
Monica,
are
on the
exactly
way
who you
out, she didn't go out silently. You know, she gave us the classic Russell drama: woman,
a woman giving Russell
outspoken
some
woman versus Russell.
pushback.
Never ends
Giving
well.
Russell just a tiny bit of pushback always ends up being very entertaining
And it
in the long
completely
run.
triggers him. He is angry, storming
It's
around.
just
Who's talking about people's what their jobs and their lives? Where'd you hear that
it's like
from? He's going
interrogating
from person
Brett,
to person.
Brett who sort of has more lines in this episode probably in the rest of the show combined, but it's still not very much. It's like
Right.
3
So
maybe.
there's some weird stuff going on with Brett where it's like they're trying to now they're just throwing him in there and acting like, oh yeah, Brett, he's coming on hot now. He's after that challenge, he's got new life in him.
Yeah. And then Jason says like, yeah, he's coming alive now. It's like, what are you talking about? He's coming alive now. What
Just,
was he doing before? Was he just a limp noodle? Like, I don't
apparently.
understand what you mean.
I mean, if the movie
Yeah.
reflects the
Why?
reality in the edit, then if that's the case, maybe he was just doing nothing until we saw him pop up in this episode. It's like, man, Brett won a challenge, and we all remembered he was there. And
We all remembered he was there for once.
yes, there's not much with the Dave vote. Pretty run in the
No.
mill vote there. Shambo has been wanting him out. Though it's funny, there was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely no fallout from the whole thing that they talked about
No,
before. Like, oh, Shambo's gonna be mad though if we do this. Nope.
yeah, none whatsoever. Russell's just like, yeah. Well, John was gunning for you, so I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to freak out about it or
And of
something.
course,
She was like,
I didn't
okay,
want you to go back on your word. And I was like,
right,
yeah, I wouldn't
right,
have voted for him anyway. So, all right, let's get Dave next, though. Okay. All right. And then you got Dave. Jason, there's a moment where he's pitching, like actual jury pitch to like
yeah,
Monica and Brett. Like, you guys might be on your way out, so just keep this in mind if
yeah.
you on your way.
I was the mastermind.
You know, it's not as it seems. It's not
But
all Russell. You know,
yeah,
I kind of let him
I
take the
playing
heat.
cool, right? I let him take the heat. I'm the cool, calculated one behind the scenes, helping out with these decisions. Yeah,
Oh, and also Russell does have a lot of money too. By the way, couple million
yeah,
dollars he made last year. So
yeah.
yeah.
So just
So
saying,
think
just
of
saying,
me.
just
Just
throwing
think
that
of
out
me when you're voting in the end. That's all.
there.
Okay, and this is the
So
first time we're getting anything like that where we actually have Mick talking about like, oh, maybe I should think about getting Russell out. You know, I don't know if I should be sitting next to him in the end.
yeah, yeah, and because is getting all nervous. That's towards the later half of the episode. They're like, Mick's getting all nervous. He's freaking out. And Russell's like, that makes me nervous because then I think he's like going to be flipping
Mm-hmm.
on me soon. So
But so the Monica of it all is like, all right. So we fast forward through these. There's a challenge. Uh, What was the first challenge? The first one was bowling.
bowling, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Jason won that.
Quick bowling tournament. Dave's out, and then the second challenge was the you jump on the little plank to launch your bags up onto your
Yeah,
area.
make a seesaw.
Yeah,
See, you turn a seesaw into a catapult. Yeah,
and so Jason won the bowling. Who won the second one?
Brett.
Brett. Oh
Remember
yeah, of
Brett?
course, Brett.
Yeah,
Showing
big.
signs of
Yeah,
life.
Brett's coming alive. He's
Yeah.
coming alive.
and and then we get into where it's like the writing's on the wall. Monica obviously is going to be the next one. Everybody knows it. And so she's at least going to go out and try to make some waves. She's trying to plant seeds in Russell's head.
Mhm.
Jason was talking about how you made all this money, and I could be good or bad for you in the jury. That's I could sway things
It's a
one way or
big
the
thing.
other. And
And things are, at some point you got to play that idol,
yeah,
the idol that he had told anybody about except for a few people.
and you're
So,
keeping a lot of threats around. That's all I'm saying. Maybe
yeah,
you don't want to be with them in the end. You keep me. I don't know. But even
right.
in this episode, Russell's doing around. He's just like he has no fucks left to give. He's talking to the glue, just like this is what's happening. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
decided.
Dave's going out.
It's
Yeah.
and then even
Dave's going
goes
home.
even when he went up to Dave when he was the first half of the episode where it was like, ooh, should I vote out Shambo because she is because Dave is someone I could sit next to in the end and be good. And then
Right.
he even goes up to Dave and
Didn't he
he's
do that
like, "You should work with me. You should have come talk to me. Now why didn't you do that?" You
yeah.
know. Dave's like,
But like
"Okay."
wouldn't Shambo be one of the people that he would be able
Right.
to beat in the end, you'd
And
think?
and that's
Right.
what's
So,
someone was saying. Maybe it was Monica saying he
yeah.
probably plans to take Natalie
Yeah.
and Shambo to the end.
Yeah.
So she's kind of plant seeds
Right.
with the guys as well, but
With Mick and Jason, yeah.
obviously it didn't pay off for her here. We could see if it actually has an effect before the finale. We'll see if that
Yeah.
comes up at all. But
Right.
at least something a little spicy. Got Russell heated, storming around like an angry troll, and then comes into tribal
Yeah,
council. He's put my idol on.
we got some classic Russell here. He's been kind of sitting pretty the last little bit. He hasn't been as wacky Russell, the bridge troll Russell. But this we get a
Yeah.
little bit of sights on that again.
But it's like I like this for Monica. Like we didn't get much of this for Monica throughout the season, but now we're getting like, oh, I think methinks Russell getting a little cocky up in here. You know,
Yeah, I don't know. It was like it's too little, too late. I just don't get. I just don't care. Really. I mean, it's like it's fun. I'm glad she made it entertaining on the way out, but like I just don't care.
right.
It's just
To
it's
be
kind of yeah.
fair,
All right,
the
bye.
season hasn't made us done a good job of having us care for a lot of these people.
No, well, that's really the tragedy of I think the way this has been edited. I like yes, Russell is a great character, much like Coach was last season, but I mean, there were some other people that we kind of had fun with besides just
Right.
Coach, you know?
And I'm almost certain there are
And,
other people on this season. Almost certain
yeah,
that there are other
I
people
think there
there.
are. Jason's there. He's fun sometimes, when he's
Like there are a
when he's
couple boring
there.
people. Like we don't
Yeah.
like they're now trying to like act like, oh, it's a known thing that Brett is so likable. Say, damn, if Brett was so likable, well, he's not, doesn't translate on the camera. We can't get nothing from him.
Yeah,
We
not at
just have to
all.
take their word for it. Man, he's such a charismatic, charming young man, and got nothing.
Of course.
You know, a lot of these people, have not been giving us the most entertainment. So it could be a
Mhm.
combination of Russell being such an anomaly and them also not giving too much content. I don't think Dave Ball is exactly
Yeah.
delivering. He had no like strategic say skin in the game for a while now. You know,
Right. Right.
so it's
John was like the only one that was giving some sort of like strategery
yeah,
at any point, and then they get rid of him. So
yep.
yeah.
So now we're down to the final six with the four
Yep.
Foa and with Shambo and Brett. So that's where we're
Hmm.
at.
That's where we are
But
at.
yeah, I thought it was a very weirdly edited episode. You know,
Yeah. super weird. It just felt rushed. Like I was rushed through everything. Like
Like it felt like we could have, like, the first half was definitely like, not much here. Second half we could have made more of a meal out of Russell's you know
yeah,
anger, and I'm sure there's a lot more there of him interrogating people, which they had to cram into the second half here.
yeah.
So it's interesting that we've never
Mhm.
seen an episode edited quite like this.
Not
Like
really.
we've had, I think we had a premiere that had two tribals in it, but it was a double sized episode, I believe. We at
Yeah.
least had that
So this was
before.
just a standard length episode that they fit two tribals
Two
into.
whole
Yeah, it just
cycles.
didn't.
So it was like, here's a second of strategy,
Yeah,
here's a challenge, here's a couple minutes of strategy, here's the vote, and again.
yeah,
Any
yeah. It
more
was weird.
any more thoughts on the episode that you made note of or anything?
Not really. I think we pretty much covered it.
Okay, well, we can talk about the fact that Russell says he's wealthy was something that
Yeah,
was in the last
I
episode that
guess.
we didn't really take notice
Yeah,
of.
we sort of skimped over. Yeah, he's like an oil guy, an oil baron, something. I don't
And
know.
he claimed to me
He made like a
1.7 million last year.
yeah,
First of all,
which
why is he
is
telling anyone that? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
yeah. That's very what a weird. That is a weird drop to
to
make all of
think
a
that you're
sudden.
that, like, yeah, he's telling his alliance, but to think you have him under control that much, to not only they would never mention it all before Final Tribal, and to believe they
Yeah.
wouldn't mention in Final Tribal either. Like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's a very weird. It is a very weird thing to just like, particularly because it like completely goes against like a lot of his earlier strategery.
Right, playing on the
Like
sympathy and
so,
stuff.
yeah,
So how are you gonna
right.
play on the sympathy? Oh, I lost my house and everything, but I do make $2 million a year, so I guess it's not that big a deal, right?
Yeah, right. So it's
So
like, okay, what's another million to add to that? You know, it's like,
that's not great, but
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's like Russell is, he's really good strategically, but he's also a very emotional
mm,
player. He Because that really purely feels like he's just cocky, and he's like,
yeah,
I want to gloat about this, while I'm feeling comfortable, you know, doesn't
mhm.
even think about it really, and then he's gonna get angry when he hears people have talked about it. So, when we start figuring out people's lives, for what did he say? How do you all start knowing
Oh man,
people's jobs? You know,
yeah, I just start knowing people's jobs all of a
I
sudden,
mean, I
right?
mean,
Yeah,
someone's saying that I'm wealthy,
yeah, right.
but who would you give the MVP for this episode?
Oh, you know what? Let's give it to Monica.
All
Give it to
right,
Monica. She went out with a flourish. Not with a flourish. She gave us the Russell that we've been missing for a while.
yeah, and
So
and Russell
excellent. Give
called
it
her
to
a
you.
little bitch,
Little
so
bitch.
angry.
Yeah, there
They're
you go.
like, they got him right in the
You
middle of him fufuming, and they're like, "Quick confessional, Russell.
you get rid of that
That
little bitch.
bitch, get that bitch out of here. That bitch dares talk back to me. Stupid,
Yeah, doing a
stupid
little
little girl."
doing a little shit stirring on the way out. You know why not? For fun.
Yeah, the other Galoos could never.
You never.
Right? It's just
In
so
fact, they
funny how
didn't.
you drop into this episode. You would think this is a classic case of like, oh, they came into the merge down in the numbers and we're just picking them off, and then you rewind back to coming into the merge. It's like, oh, they came in with 8-4, and now they're just
Yeah,
sitting here
it's
like lambs to
crazy.
the slaughter, waiting to be executed. Wow.
Yes, it's insane that they've been able to do this like pretty much unchallenged. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, okay, we've had some key plays with the immunity idols, but it's still kind of wild, you know?
Yeah. I liked their little dig, of saying, he's like, I'm still here and I've been scheming the whole time, or I've been playing hard
Yeah,
since day one.
yeah,
And she's like, yeah, because of
right,
idols. And he's like,
yeah.
stop it. He's like start twitching. Ah.
What's it? What's it? He took a little psychic damage there. Yeah.
You know that hits right home.
Yeah.
That could have been a viable strategy. Maybe he like actually took a swing at her there, and that gets him out of the game. You know, he gets him so angry, he's like starts strangling her right there.
He just decks her. He just Homer Simpsons.
Exactly.
Why you little?
And then he gets that strategic mastermind. Monica just got him out of the game. That would have been good.
It's been great. Awesome. Yeah.
All right. How about power rankings for our final 6?
All right. Well, let's see. We got Russell. We got Jason. We've got Mick. Natalie. Shambo.
Brett.
Brett.
New signs of life from Brett, though. You know. Very quiet episode from Natalie. Just realizing we heard from it literally everybody but Natalie.
No, she said like one thing.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh, remember?" Because Monica slipped up originally. She's like, "Oh yeah, Natalie told me." No, actually, it was Jason. So he goes over to Natalie first, and he's like, "What the hell's going on here?" And then she's like, "Oh, I didn't say nothing."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's what we got. She was hanging up her panties. That's right.
Yeah, she was hanging up her panties, and like that was one of the weirdest. I was like, "What is going on here?"
The queen that she is, had her iconic moment there. That's all you need.
She got her yellow panties just blown in the breeze. There we go.
All right.
So, yep.
See, we're coming down to it. There's one more episode before the finale. Okay.
Yeah.
So
there it is. There you have it.
It's coming
down to 5 here now.
We'll be down to 5. Yes.
Are we not? Wait, hold on.
We just listed 6.
Wait. Did I listed 6? Russell, Jason, Mick, Natalie, Shambo, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brett is just like, so. Even though I mentioned his name, I still somehow already forgot about him.
He is like so damn likable, though.
He's just the most likable guy.
Every now and then you'll cut to a shot of him smiling or something. And I know he's a t-shirt designer.
At the reunion, that's going to be like, "Hey, Brett, you're a really likable guy when you're out there. What kind of things do you have to say about your experience?" Well, it was just a lot of fun.
You think they'll gaslight us in the finale and be like, one of the most wildly popular players in Survivor history this season came out super likable. Everybody loves him, Brett. They have a whole montage of like moments we didn't see. Pretend like they were in the show. And here's the this is the Sprint fan favorite. It's Brett. Oh my god.
It's Brett. Here he is.
There you go. Come back next week for another episode of Survivor Samoa. All right.
Sounds good.
And if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to suggest a random Tarqaron video for you to check out next.
All right, random rules.
Random rules. And as such, why don't you check out the review show for Raya and the Last Dragon. All right. The review show is where we take a movie we previously reviewed that we're at least a couple years removed from, and we kind of reflect back on it, and we read a couple of critic reviews and kind of see some different perspectives on it. It's a fun time. All right. Check that out, and thank you for watching.
All right.